The crowd has this place jumping already. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. From deep, it's Davidson. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Split backs here. Motion from the wide receiver. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Second down to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play, but...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to Baxter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Out wide right, it's Baxter. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass again. Oh, pressure's coming. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll run it with Baxter. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kentucky! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Davidson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the... Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rush right in his face. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Deep in the end zone, it's Davidson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Extending the play. Takes a hit as he fires. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Still early in the game after that incompletion setting up 4th down. You are trailing, but do you want to get aggressive?
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. They're all over him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. They put the brakes on it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He'll bring it out. It's Davidson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davidson.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Needs it here on 4th down. Release to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And that's his 2nd big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first quarter.
This defense has been sliced and diced and now facing another 1st and goal. Touchdown Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davidson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This should be the last play of the quarter. Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Looking for room at the 25. There to make the tackle. That's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw one first. Turns up, it's Davidson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Clemson is quick to the line.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Clemson set up with another 1st down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Left side, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production.
Snags it, and he's open. At the 30, the 20. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll line up to go for 2. Makes the grab on the left. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls in the deep ball. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! Find some time. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Long way to go on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Right side, it's Baxter. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Baxter. Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide right, it's Davidson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because you're...
Makes a grab and room to run. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Quick give. It's Davidson. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Out wide left, it's Johnson. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
And man, it's nice to have a running back that you can do that. 3rd and inches, you're thinking run as it is, but you're not getting to the running back that way.
It's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Making the adjustment. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Snap on first down, wants to throw. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Drops back on first down. He's got him in the flat. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
From the gun, it's Davidson. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Wide receiver comes in motion. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man.
Waiting on you, bro.
Once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
2nd down, going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the 1st down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
There is nothing better than watching a big boy do what he was born to do. Ball on the turf, the big fella scoops it up, and Palmer, thank God he didn't have to go far.
You know what? The thing I love about this too, David, is he never quit on the play. He pursued it, showed great effort. He was Johnny on the spot, bounced right into his belly. They may want to put this guy on short yardage goal line because he has a nose for the end zone.
Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They'll give it to Baxter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team. Baxter again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David. Looking for more room. Past the 50. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Right side, it's Brown. Makes the catch, and he's free. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Left side, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Out wide right, it's Wesco. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. They're down just 8. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fresh center downs going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Skinner. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. Making the adjustment on the play. Hits inside, it's Baxter. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's past the sticks. Got a little grass. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and goal. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it with Baxter. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run it with C.J. Baxter. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Davidson. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Second down to the air. The throw. Right side, it's Davidson. Still on his feet at the 45. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions, because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, and he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Clemson is quick to the line. The fake wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They go back to C.J. Baxter. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Kentucky sends out the punting unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not a lot of room to field this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Snapped it, they'll throw to start the drive. And he almost had a pick.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Wants to go up top on second down. Zings it complete to the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground. They'll give it on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clemson jumps to the line. And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Selling the fake. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now... All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Across the 45. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw one first. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Looking to throw. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Hand off for Baxter. He's past the marker. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. C.J. Baxter one more time. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Baxter. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Burrows. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. He's taking a deep shot. Leaping grab for a big gain. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. Under pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive.
Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Clemson! They'll line up to go for 2. They want to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to take off. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. He's changing the play. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, gonna throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't